Now we turn up with best friends. Bought you, we follow, she wants you.
IntellectualRadio.com.
Yo. Welcome to the K Ferg Show on IntellectualRadio Radio Station. And as always, you listening to the K Ferg Show with the host, co-host with the most, my one and only, my dog, Marcus Shark in the building.
What's up, K Ferg?
What up with it, Marky?
I'm in a good mood today, man. I got a real nice compliment last night.
That's good. Who was it from? Was it a nice young lady?
No, it was a little kid, man. It was a
Okay, so next on the show, what we're gonna talk about is things that are relevant.
The kid got, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, you very funny. That just made my day, man. You know what I'm saying?
Was that
No, he was a regular little kid.
Yeah, I was wondering, was this
comedy?
Is comedy? He enjoyed the show.
He enjoyed the
show. Give him a shout out. What's his name?
I didn't ask.
I didn't think you did. Asked you for you told me he asked you what's up.
He wanted my Snapchat.
He wanted your Snapchat.
I'm like, I don't do Snapchat.
Marcus said he'll do.
Yeah, it wasn't what it was last.
We don't want him doing that. Anyway, couple things happening in the news I want to talk to you about, bro. First of all, we did have a guest, and this is becoming a reoccurring thing of guests wanting to be on the show, get them on, and then they can't show up. Like, that's really terrible.
I mean, what are we supposed to do about it?
What are we supposed to do about it?
Got to keep moving.
Stop booking guests. No, let's just go back and book all the guests that we know coming. Let's just go back. If we've been on the show already, we swing it back around because we got to go with people we know. Go and take it serious and come on out because we take this very serious, don't we, Mark?
Yeah. And Don Cornelius had the OJs on there every other week.
Tell us about that though, because one thing I do like about you, Mark, is probably only this one thing, but you definitely do a lot of research in terms of comedy and in terms of entertainment. I've given you this compliment off air several times, but I like the fact that you're a student of it all, and there's a difference. And the other one, they think they know it all. They're a sponge that's got a little water on it, but they think they full. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I appreciate your end of it. That, you know what I mean? You always kind of pushing the envelope. So in that situation,
first syndicated. It was syndicated show, so it was seen in different cities, but it was a urban, Negro market at the time. That's the term they use. KFC was one of the sponsors.
Okay.
He wasn't even paying his
shouts out to KFC. See, that's little stuff like that. We don't know that they, to this day, they really streamlined and a big part of hip hop because Soul Train, played a nice part with hip hop and in terms of the dancing and giving them different outlets to see different things. And so I believe that it put up.
But early on, and begged artists to come on his show.
Beg them to come on your show.
Beg him to come on his show.
What type of artist did he beg to come on his show?
Gladys Knight
begged her to come on.
She was actually one of his first guests, but he had to chase her down like crazy. Because I said at the OJs, who was I think that was the OJs. Yeah, because one of the Spits. No, yeah, it was the OJs. It wasn't the higher players. Because who was Eddie Levert? I mean, what's his name? Levert, the father. He in the OJs. Right?
OJs.
Yeah. He shot Don Cornelius a lot of love at the beginning, but Don Cornelius was running around looking for big acts. He was getting like smaller blues acts that really wasn't
that people weren't aware of. And when so that's the part that kind of bring me to a lot of different things. Like when you do events and you constantly put lower level talent on it, it really takes a very long time for your stuff to pick up because people not coming to see. And when you put lower level talent on different things, and people coming out, they're not getting a great show. They're getting a show. I want to be back in here, all of that,
When you say lower level, explain that to our people that's paying attention.
Lower level talent is, and it's not a knock because I was lower level talent before. So it's not a knock by saying lower level talent. Lower level talent just probably means people who aren't as efficient as other talents. They're probably newer in the game.
Okay.
So, by saying lower level, I don't want to make, don't have as many set structured jokes that they can go to from room to room to room, know how to work a room.
Or a band that only rehearsed 5 songs as opposed to had
a band is or a band that's for 15 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And everybody in the band takes they craft very serious. You know, and even the ones that's only been in it, 8 weeks a year, they can take their craft very serious. And some of them can even be better than people who have been out there for a lot longer as well. Let's put that out as well. But the thing is, when it's time to be compensated for your talent, you want to make sure that you put talent out there. Like, I'm a firm believer in always putting the best talent in front of the audience, because for me, everything is about the audience.
Oh yeah.
It's not necessarily my relationship with the talent. It's not necessarily all these different things. It's who's going to give the audience the absolute best show, because I need the audience to come back. So who got a dope show that the audience like, yo, that was dope, I want to be back out there for that.
Can't be about you all the time.
It can't be about you all the time. So I always try to put higher level talents on shows, so that, if I'm gonna throw a show, I'm gonna try to get Wildcat on. I'm gonna go try to get a Mike Sample on. I'm gonna go try and get a Corey Bell, Jess Niche, M Dubs, Marcus Shark. You try to get, because I know that when we come in here, we're gonna knock y'all socks off.
Okay.
Then, depending on certain things, I may go get a whole nother level of talent that ain't quite
polished,
but they good, but they not as polished. So we're taking lesser numbers. It's almost, look at comedy like buying tires. If you go and buy some tires that's, $25 a piece and they brand new, you probably don't need to be doing 100 an hour in these tires. You know what I mean?
But like people, I got to talk to Muhammad again this past Friday. Our boy comedian Muhammad. Shout out to Muhammad.
Another good brother. I would go get the dude. Yeah.
And we were talking about how people don't understand that this is a job. You know what I'm saying? It's time, it's effort, there's something behind this. And even when it come down to DJs, a band, a magician, people don't want to, they want them to come to their event or party and don't feel that it's worth that, or they have to pay that.
Well, now here's the problem with that. That goes back to people putting on BS shows for little money, because you don't want to pay $400 to have a magician, because you've seen 3-4 magicians for $50, but they garbage. You can almost see the trick that they doing while they doing it, but you got them there and they kind of entertain the people. So now that kind of sets your tone of what you think you want to pay for a magician.
They're pushing the market down.
You pushing the market down by putting bums out there who are not. So what I'm saying is this.
I watched that happen in the stripper game.
You can watch it happen in any game. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna start paying talent, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like we saw a perfect example of where we saw that at and where it has become a major problem is in the NBA.
Okay.
The NBA experienced this tremendously because the NBA started paying people extremely well without producing on the court.
Yep. Big time.
They start just grabbing them straight out of whatever, dropping the bread on them, and they couldn't live up.
The NBA is definitely watered down now.
So it's watered down, right? Because now you got all these. So now after I give you $100 million, you got to play. Although dude on the bench, it would kill you, but I gave you the 100,000. I got to play you. You know what I mean? I got to keep you out there.
Right.
I got to keep you known. I got to keep you seen. Yada, yada, yada. And there's a lot of who you get seen. You keep putting that one out there, keep seeing that one. But when that little young rookie get a chance to get out there and rock out 1 or 2 times, hey, you got to do something different now. Now you out here like Melo. You got to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to go.
Undercutting in the game is real, though. Because you like, well, I got it. You start chasing the job and trying to have quantity, but you working harder and the quality not good.
That's my whole thing. If the quality is good, the quantity doesn't matter. You could put a show together with 6 comedians on it, and everybody can leave and be like, it was all right. And you can put a show on with 2 comedians, and they can walk out there and be like, I died. I died. Right. They destroyed that boy. And the thing is,
I wrote like that, even if I wasn't a comedian that was killing it. I still rather be a part of that show.
I'd rather be a part of that
I'd rather
too.
be on the scene of that.
Yeah, I'd rather be on the scene of that too. But what happens in that one is like when you get the 2 that went in there and they killed it, and then the 4 or the 5 went in there and they just did it's like now.
See, I don't want to stand out in the crowd of mediocrity.
That's what most
and that's
people
easy
like
to do. I don't want to do that.
That's the whole, like, even in the game, this is what I notice in the game. Comics going to do shows always try to deal with comics that are either right at their level or up under them. It's
that's
been
going on for a long time, though.
That's been going on for a very long time. That's why the game ain't absolutely nothing, because most of these comics that you like or love or whatever are women. They scary. They scared to. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They scared to put Ferg on the show with them. They scared to. They scared to. You'll see 1,000 shows with 1,000 new jacks. They won't put Ferg on there, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. You won't put Ferg on there. You know why? Because I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna tear the market up. Because you got them believing that a 3 is a 10. A laugh of a 3, you got them believing that that's a 10 until I come in there and show them a 10.
What's your guy? What's your guy in Atlanta name? Tyler
Craig. Very funny. Now I'm gonna tell you a perfect example. Tyler Craig is a comic that I would honestly sit here and say Tyler Craig is funnier than me.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Tyler Craig is funnier than me. But anytime we line up on a show, I'm gonna bring the pain.
Exactly.
And Tyler gonna bring it right over, just like a Wildcat. Me and Wildcat have been on tour all over everywhere. I have went up on shows. If Wildcat listening, call in if you think I'm lying. I have went up on shows and dismantled the room.
Okay.
Go sit down. Go turn, Wildcat. Cat, go up there. Dismantle it again. Good Lord. Flip everything I just did.
All right.
Take that and then flip it again. That's when I'm like, yo, dog, you cold. But in my opinion, with me and Wildcat on the road, and when we go hit shows and we gonna kill things on the road, is because it's a love for one another. But even in the love in one another, we still looking at each other like, go hit them. Go kill them.
Who started that mentality? Where do you think that mentality came from?
That was in the game.
This period.
The new comics have destroyed that mentality. The new comics in the game now, any comic done hit the game, in my opinion, from about 2000 and maybe 10 on up, are all Kumbaya comics.
Okay.
Let's all get along. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. When we was coming up, ain't no Kumbaya. Right before you get ready to hit the stage, you got a Jeff B coming over there. You finna go up next, dog.
About to eat it.
Yeah, I'm finna go up. Yeah, you finna eat it. You garbage. You terrible.
Jeff B, he like 9 on you. Muhammad just told me that.
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Jeff B. Marcus, not Marcus. Corey Holcomb, notorious for if you get ready to go on stage. Hey man, you ain't finna do SHIT up there. You garbage. You everything. Right? I'm talking about while you standing on the side of the stage,
you about to go up,
waiting to go up. Man, you finna go up here and die a horrible death. You're terrible. Whoa. That's what we came under that made you stronger, made you harder. And if you ate it, nobody spoke to you when you got off stage. You know, I watched the new era. Cats eat it. They come on and say, good set, man. Good set. I mean, is we bowling in here? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. We ain't do all that. You know, everybody go on Facebook after a horrible show. Man, everybody killed. I'm like, I was at that show. Everybody didn't kill. You know what I mean? So,
you know what?
That's the number one thing in the new comic game is let's all lie together.
I've never used the word kill.
How much is it used, though, Marcus?
All the time.
I hear people killed when they died.
You got killed.
You got killed. You said that wrong. You mean you got killed?
Somebody like, man, you killed it. I mean, it was an attempt murder. I turned over a table.
It was an attempt murder.
I leave it like that.
I stabbed somebody in the back and they walked out with the knife in the back still. I tried to get them. You know what I mean?
Man, and I mean, trust me, I done had good nights. I done had bad. I done had nights I can't, but swear I'm feeling good about
Yeah.
myself. But I still ain't.
Yeah.
To me, I still haven't had that. Yeah, I ain't had that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And there's a lot of cats
Yeah.
who I know ain't had it, and they
swear they had it.
didn't had it.
They swear they done had that raw. Like, stop it. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
stop it.
and I'm gonna tell you, after I'm gonna tell you who stuck in my mind was like, man, Howie Bell, dog.
Oh, beast.
Howie Bell. I saw Howie Bell over at the spot over at 87 over there. I forget the name of it, Sakum Room, and I'm sitting there like, this cat went from 0 to 1,000 in 20 minutes, sweating, and my stomach is hurting.
In a knot. Yeah, Howard Bell is a beast. I mean, but that's just what I mean. Like, it's a lot of them like beasts out there. And okay, perfect example. You saw Howie Bell, right?
Yep.
But if you didn't see Howie Bell and they put a bunch of half rank in front of you, you might have thought you had a good show. You don't even know what you missed. You don't even know that they just put four $50 comics in front of you when they could have just put one $200 comic in front of you and destroyed the room. But you sat through 4 chuckles instead of one. Instead of one. God, he killing me. You ain't gonna get that. They're gonna put you 4 or 5. Ding, 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 ding. You know what I mean? It's the difference. Listening to a song on a toy keyboard or a baby grand piano.
It's just the comedy competition that I went to last year, and then this year that was on that cruise. Like, I'm sitting with some of my friends. I'm like, I'm gonna tell y'all who gonna win before it's over. And the one dude who won, I called it out. He got that standing O for one thing, and the other thing, I'm seeing some of the other cats run out of gas early. You know what I'm saying? It was a good show, but that was a competition too. But seeing people like Chastity get down. If you ain't witnessed that.
See, here's another thing I noticed about the new generation of comedy. The new generation of comedy, one of the main things I learned is that, I ain't gonna say learned that I've paid attention to, is that there are no comedy competitions anymore. And the new generation, I ain't gonna say there ain't no comedy competitions. I take that back. The new generation of comics are so busy trying to get exactly where the comics who've been out here for the last 15 years, they so busy trying to act like they right on their level that they won't take the process that they took to get to their level. See, we went to competitions. This is what I'm saying. We went to competitions out of state, out of town, mounting up. The Bay Area comedy competitions, we mounting up. There's 10, 12 Chicago comics there. This is why I get love to like the M Dubs. I get love to the Mike Sams. I get love to the cats who got off their butt and went and got in comedy competitions across the country against comics across the country.
All right.
The new comics in Chicago, they a bunch of females who just want to sit up under each other and talk about each other and how we doing and woo, woo, woo. Ain't nobody been out of town to do no comedy competitions. Ain't nobody been in no real festivals. Ain't nobody been in no nothing where you going to get lined up against people, where people going to really look at you and tell you,
right,
you garbage. You garbage. Your DJs, you garbage. Garbage. Just garbage.
Rob Mayfield said,
Rob is a funny dude. New comic.
Rob is a funny dude.
Rob
he
is
works.
funny dude.
You could tell Rob sit at home and write.
He sit at home and write, but I can tell you what I do notice about Rob. One thing I do know is that Rob is an older man.
That's true.
So he got in the game as an older man.
A big difference.
So he already has a big bulk of life experience out the way to make him a little bit different.
You ain't talking about your roommate. You ain't
talking about, nothing stupid. You know what I mean? He got real good talent, good writing stuff. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get Rob on the show, man. Funny dude. We're gonna have to get him out here.
He checking us
out. But what was he saying?
Now.
What was he saying?
But no, he was just saying he spoke on Tyler Craig about how Steve Harvey's one of the people that hated on him.
Steve hated on almost everybody in the game, so that's not nothing new. You know what I mean? Like Steve,
he was like he's seen people
everybody in the game. I got a
Steve
Harvey story. Everybody got a Steve Harvey story. My Steve Harvey story can be backed up by Marlon Mitchell. He was standing right there.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So everybody got a Steve Harvey extra arrogant story. You know what I mean? Extra arrogant. I mean, just extra. He was, here's again. We talking to Steve. We at the Miller Lite comedy competition.
I hate I missed him.
He's hosting it, and we all on the show. We in the back, and he do a sit down in the back room to talk to all of us. I ain't gonna go no further. I'm just gonna say Steve's a funny dude. That's all I'm saying. Like he's so arrogant. It's crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie, because I was kind of like in awe and just listening. I'm all into what he's saying because I'm so young in the game. But all the older comics was, man, dude, full of it. I'm like, that's Steve Hardy. You'll learn. You know what I mean? So, I had my time.
I never met Bernie Mac, but I know he hated on Bernie Mac, and then now and it eat him up a little bit. You could tell it do. I think
it eat him up. You know what? Eat him up. Now what he did, that he got found out. You got to know the difference. You got to know the difference. Sometimes things bother people not because of what they did, but because people know what they did. That's what bothers you. Okay. It don't bother you what you did. What you did don't bother you. You've done it 100,000 times already. This one time you got caught, and now the whole world done found out how you did this, man. Now you want to feel sick or you want to try. Well, you phony as an $8 bill, man. You know what I mean? You're an $8 bill. You can't trust Steve. You do. After the way he did Monique, I was done with him. Real talk. Whenever you do a black woman like that, they got Hollywood and everybody coming down on her, and you turn your back on her like that, yo, kick rocks, dog. I don't even mess with that dude. Monique is the queen to me, and I respect her to the utmost. I can't mess with Steve. Not at all. But hey, Earl, I gotta take a quick break because my coffee kicked in. So y'all listening to the K Ferg Show on IntellectualRadio.com. We'll be right back after this quick urinal break.
Just got dressed, need something to get into. Pretty girl on deck, she just wanna have fun too. She know how to roll one, if I need her to come through. Turn up, we best friends. All till we fall if she want to. Female version of myself, couldn't be with nobody else. Find it so amazing every time we touch. You want, just can't get enough. But I know how to put it down. Say you want a real one, baby, you found one. Tell me when you're ready, baby, I put it down. Say you want a real one, baby, you found one. Tell me when you're ready, baby, I put it down. You want it, girl, I put it down. Way down, I put it down. 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 Don't keep it real. Baby, tell me would you like that? Girl, I got what you need. Don't worry about a thing. Let me put you on the right. Intellectual.
Welcome to the K Ferg Show. We are back after I had to urination. Okay. We are back. Back talking to my man Marcus Shark. Anybody want to call in? Call in. Anybody want to leave a message, and we'll deal with your message and so forth. But I want to switch gears a little bit, Marcus.
Go ahead.
We talked enough about the recklessness of comedy. And but I want to say this to end that real quick. In every job and in every field, there's problems. That's real life, yeah. Deal with yours. That's it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it ain't about a complaint fest. It's about, hey, every job, every BS, deal with yours. That's it. That's all on that. Now, I want to talk about your boy.
Who is this?
What's his name? Ebrick. Eldrick. Ebrick. What's his name? You know who I'm thinking of? The one that said he's not gay. He just like women with penises.
Are you talking about I can't get his name out from New York Undercover?
Yes.
Now I can't get his name out.
Yes. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Ebrick, what's his name? I can't think of his name.
Man, yeah, you got me.
Nevertheless,
you gotta say his name, man. You can't bring up the topic without
I gotta bring up his name. Well,
go ahead. I'm about to get
okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Anyway, he said he's not gay, but he likes women with penises. I think the essence of gay is two penises in a room. I don't know. Am I wrong here? I don't know.
Malik Yoba.
I think Malik Yoba. That's it. My bad. Thank you. Yeah, my
They
bad.
say this old news anyway, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, there you go. Rob checking us out. He helping us out. But so what your point is, what you trying to say? My thing is, I'm gonna start here.
You want to ask my point then, start? Go ahead.
To each his own.
To each his own?
To each his own.
Ooh.
But don't lie to yourself.
Don't lie to yourself.
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know who he trying to fool, but you know what I'm saying? You like men, dude.
You like men.
That's it. That's all. Just go there. Just be there.
You like dressed up men.
Dressed up men. That's
simple as that.
Simple as that. He like dressed up men.
So that makes you what?
I mean, he's confused, if anything, to me.
Confused?
Yeah.
I think that makes you gay. I don't think gay is confused. I think gay is gay. Like gay is okay. If you're gay, I don't have a problem with it. If you're gay, like do your gay thing. I'm not here to judge you for being gay.
I say it's confused because you're attracted to the woman in this man or out of the, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm saying you're attracted to women, but you really into men. I don't know.
You confused, right?
I'm confused.
Because he
Fine. Let's leave him alone. Since we were talking about comedy and we talked about this on the way in, I just want to say that I believe that the number one comedian in the world of all time,
okay,
not current, but just the number one comedian of all time, who would you say?
We talked about it. It's a baited question.
It's a baited. It's loaded, but you might not still have that same answer. You may have your.
I got to ride with the other one we brought up because that's not like I sort of
right. That's what I'm saying.
Red Fox.
Red Fox. So you would go pound for pound, take all comedians living and dead. You going Red Fox?
That's my guy, man.
Okay,
I can't get Red Fox was one of the funniest cats around here.
I'm not denying that. But I'm telling you, pound for pound, the greatest comedian to ever touch the mic.
Say his name. No dead there.
Bill Cosby.
He's definitely there.
Hands down.
Bill
Cosby. Bill Cosby is the pioneer for everybody in the game. Everybody. Richard Pryor, which most people don't know because they love to holler rich. How did Richard Pryor start? Guys, again, I'm going to revert back to you because, again, I do respect your studying of the game. And I know the answer, but I respect your studying of the game. So I want you to tell me.
Richard Pryor started off doing Bill. All this, if you look at his old black and white, you know, he was hitting Dick Cavett show and all of that. He was doing. He
went on tour making great money doing who?
Bill Cosby, but he wasn't happy with it. He wasn't happy with himself. He felt he wasn't. He stopped comedy for a good year, 6 months to a year, and then came back as
because all he was doing was Bill's set.
Pretty much.
So I mean, what do you mean wasn't happy with it? How you gonna be happy doing somebody else? Well, there's a lot of them out there. But nevertheless, it's a lot of them out there. Happy as hell doing somebody else's set.
What up, Teddy?
Joke back. But look, check this out. What up, Teddy? Hey, but look, check this out.
Don't record it, man.
Don't record it.
Don't record it.
They do other people's jokes, record it and post it. Like maybe they don't remember I stole their stuff.
Don't use it in a hole in the wall up in Wisconsin somewhere when you done ran out that nobody could come back and tell it. You know what I'm saying?
No. He's gonna record it. He's gonna go in a little hole, hide and do it and record it. Hilarious. Bill. To me, I'm going Bill hands down just because Rich started off doing Bill. So that instantly gives Bill the upper hand. Bill has never did Rich. You know what I mean?
That's
so if you look at it just from the standpoint that you did me, I never did you, that got to tell you something right there. You know what I mean? That's like me getting a studio like this, and I know that I'm a pattern everything off of the way Earl did his, and then say I'm 10 times better than Earl.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how? You wouldn't even exist had you not even seen what I was doing, or I had not made you privy to whatever. Like, and then I first started buying all I do everything. You come in the studio, look just like Earl. I'm sitting behind it down, shave my head, everything. I go get glasses, everything. Start telling everybody, call me Earl, everything. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden I blow up and oh man, Earl ain't know nothing. Fool, you was Earl. What are you talking about? You can never, I just don't think you can never emulate somebody.
All time. Are you doing black or just comics, period? Tell you who somebody he died too soon, and that's Lenny Bruce. You ever got to check Lenny Bruce out?
Yeah, I check Lenny Bruce out.
How you feel about Lenny Bruce?
I felt Lenny Bruce was very funny, but I'm still going Bill Cosby.
I got you.
Over Lenny Bruce, I'm going Bill Cosby.
Okay.
I mean, down.
I'm just saying.
Really, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's not a comedian that you could put over Bill Cosby
on a straight comedy.
And I'm gonna do you like this. We could do a show and go clip for clip on any comic you want. I line Bill up. I'm going to line up all Bill clips. You go get whoever you want. Play that clip, and I'm going to play a clip for Bill to knock the line right up out of that, boy. Correct. And when Bill get out, you can put your mama, your kids, your dog, your cat. You put whatever you want in the audience, and Bill going to knock everybody's socks off. Now, when you get to yours, we may have to ask certain people to lead the audience and all. But remember, when we got to ask certain people to lead the audience,
you ain't touching everybody.
You ain't touching everybody. So how you better than dude who touch everybody? You see what I'm saying? Just that alone, the fact that we got to put half the audience out the room so that you can come in. But when we had my man in here, we went to an old folks home, bust them in. We went to a high school, bust them in. We got from retirement to high school in here watching Bill and everybody dead. So now not dead like that, but I'm saying we killing the crowd. Now I go bring your guy in. I gotta go bust all the high school kids out. I gotta bust all the little kids out. And anybody that love the Lord, I gotta take them out too.
That's on them. They just want to leave.
I gotta take all the Jesus fanatics out too. They got to go because I know when you bring Rich in here, it's going down.
When my mom and them invited, they go in a whole nother, put us in a whole nother room to listen to Richard Pryor records. And,
you see what I'm saying?
And Red Fox records.
But now watch this.
But I put my ear to the door.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. My mama had the Bill Cosby records.
We had them too.
We played them on loudspeaker in the house, crying, laughing on loudspeaker. But when we got to the Richard Pryor,
y'all going down the basement.
We had the little tape, and we got to put our ear to the radio because can't nobody else hear this crap that we listen to. No, you can't be better than All Purpose if you only got one purpose. You can't be better than All Purpose. Think about that.
And I give you this though. I mean, I give you that, but and then I look at the entertainment all around, and I just know
if you look at it all the way around, you still going Bill.
Red Fox came from that vaudeville era.
He may listen. The movies that we watch right now today, comedies.
Yeah.
80% of these comedy movies that you watch are taking scenes from Bill Cosby's stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sitcoms that you watch. Martin Lawrence. I love Martin. Anybody know me know. After Richard Pryor, after Bill Cosby is Martin Lawrence to me. You know what I'm saying? But not that I think he better than all the other ones that may be ahead. Just that's where I quickly identified after, I love Bill, I love Rich, all them different people. But who I identified the most with in terms of comedy and style and all that, Martin Lawrence, hands down, is the king to me when it comes to comedy.
Bill,
Bill is beyond the king.
I'm really playing devil
advocate. Bill is beyond
Bill is my guy. I just can't agree with everything you say just because
to me, Bill is the pioneer for any black comedian.
All day long.
From from your Bernie Macs to whoever you pretty much can name. Bill is the pioneer for all these people. When you start talking about getting sitcoms, you start talking about getting shows.
Even though he wasn't all the way comic, how you feel about Sammy?
See, here's the thing about Sammy. I love Sammy.
Got to love Sammy Davis.
If you don't love Sammy, something wrong with you. I love Sammy. But the problem with Sammy was that Sammy came in under the Rat Pack. So basically,
that was later on. He came in under his father. They was vaudeville. He was on the road with his old man. His old man took him from his mama and had him on the road as a kid. Sammy been in this game since
A long time.
a long time.
He
was with the Nicholas brothers. They was with all them dancing and
see. You can't really. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
You can't go against Sammy. I mean, Sammy is like, come on. This is Sammy. I don't even want to draw a debate with Sammy. I'm just gonna say.
But Bill, in terms of just straight flat
Sammy
out
did
comedy.
a little stand up. Sammy was not a stand.
Right.
He, you could say it because he was labeled a stand-up comedian and he did work as a stand-up comedian. I can't take that away from him, but he got away from it and got into movies and acting and all that so much earlier that it erased a lot of his stand-up. You know what I mean?
Well, he started on the acting, dancing,
tap dance and all of that. Right. And then he started doing a little stand-up. Remember, he used to do a little stand-up with the cigar sitting there.
All that, yep.
He tried to do, he did the stand-up for a while. And he was good. So I'm not going to take that away from him. But Bill, come on, man. There's nobody in stand-up you can compare to Bill, man. Nobody's touching Bill Cosby when it comes to stand-up.
Marcy Deloney says Martin.
Wait. Let's check the reference of who you said this.
Marcy Deloney said,
I don't want to hear nothing from Marcy. I want to hear a damn thing from Marcy. Marcy think a real job is not being a comedian. I do not want to hear from Marcy. I do not want to hear from somebody who don't understand that being a comedian is a real life choice and job. I don't want to hear from Marcy.
I ain't say it. Do not go on my page.
What did Marcy say?
Martin isn't very strong with stand-up.
See why I didn't want to hear from him? So you see why I didn't want to hear from him. Look at the reference of the individual who just said Martin ain't very strong instead of Martin Lawrence has one of the highest viewed stand-ups ever.
That I didn't know.
Martin Lawrence, you so crazy.
Yeah.
Has one of the highest views. When it went to the theater, it stayed in there for about 9 weeks at number 1.
Yeah, it did.
If you're going to disrespect somebody, don't disrespect somebody with these kind of numbers because you only show how weak your numbers are. That only shows that you can't be that funny if you don't recognize how funny this dude is. Marcy, that's it. I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. If you even hear somebody say comedy, you be quiet. Don't you say nothing. Nevertheless, my next subject.
What you got?
Would you pay? I mean, not would you pay? I'm sorry. What do you feel? How do you feel? Because I know you have a sister, right?
2 sisters.
You got 2
I'm
sisters.
the oldest brother.
You're the oldest over both of your sisters?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. How do you feel about your friends dating your sister?
Don't bother me at all. As long as they treat her right. I worry about them.
What do you consider treating her right?
Like
as a big brother, what is it that would send you like, yo, this dude ain't treating my sister right? And then before you answer that, think about how you've treated other sisters before you answer that question. Before you go too hard, I want you to think about next subject, new subject.
Let me see. Dated women with brothers. Not really. Might not have. I don't know. I pick up a lot of derelicts. No daddies. no dads.
Yeah, them the best.
No, they really not.
No competition. No, just play. Go ahead.
Really not.
So you okay with your guys dating your sister? Like, what if it's one of your guys and he want to date your sister?
It wouldn't bother me for real.
It really wouldn't bother you?
Nope.
If one of your guys was seriously dating your sister?
Man. It wouldn't, dog, for real. If that's what she wanted to date, I can't stop. My sister's grown.
I mean, they grown, but everybody still got kind of.
I'm just saying, I just want to know who's gonna put up with my sisters.
Okay, so you think your sister is a lot to deal with?
Both of them.
In terms of a relationship?
Both of them.
Or period?
Yeah.
Which one?
Because both of them.
You know what I'm saying? You think in terms of a relationship they're a lot to deal with, or period?
Both. Period.
Okay, what would you say is the most difficult thing about your sister that you think another guy
they're gonna be bringing up my daddy to you?
That's why I like derelicts. Remember I said no competition. I mean, you can't bring up your daddy if he wasn't around. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So that's what people always ask why me and my sister's not married. I'm like, I say, I can't. They can't find nobody like my daddy, and I don't want nobody like my mama.
Oh, damn, I get that. I
So
get that. I get that. So what?
it's
So what do you think that they would look for that your father does?
man,
Like what? Give me an example.
everything. He jumping up. He jumping for his girls. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
So it ain't about spoiling them per se or giving them anything. It's about being like for real protective. Johnny on the spot, ain't no talk back. You know, he gonna talk a little bit back, but man, it's getting done. If he
Right.
say he gonna do it, it's getting done.
Right.
So the day something don't get done, that's it. You talk about what's your breaking point? Oh, when the day it don't get done,
Oh, so
ain't no two times.
okay. With your sister, you would say that would be her breaking point.
Ain't no two times.
Okay. What would be your breaking point? Like when
You
you
what?
for dating, like what's always been your deal breaker?
I told you that I don't really have no deal breaker. Like I said, just some unnecessary cheating. Said that before.
Necessary cheating is necessary.
Man, if I'm acting a fool out here, wilding out, and ain't taking care of our business at home, and you having to step out, why you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Kind of makes sense.
You
Right?
gotta kind of look at yourself. Cats do not want to look at themselves.
Nobody want to look
If
at
you just unnecessarily just wilding out for no reason, because you going through a midlife crisis.
You might expect a little wild and out back.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
guess.
expect it. I don't really, dog. People, I've seen people leave. I've seen women leave. What's the name of the movie we was talking about? Tyler Perry movie, Acrimony.
Acrimony, great movie.
I've seen
got
people.
a chance to see a great movie.
Matter of fact, I posted something. Women went ham. It was somebody made a meme of it. It was something Snoop said about Gucci Mane, about how everybody want what old girl
I
got with
seen
Gucci.
that with that Snoop
I had
put
a
up.
friend,
And Snoop.
Catherine wrote a whole soliloquy about these stupid memes, yeah. But the reality of it is, until you in that, you know what I'm saying, you don't know. You just talking.
I agree.
People don't have people. You agree with which part?
Until you in it, you don't know.
People,
that goes with a lot of things in life.
there's a lot of people that don't have no resolve out here. You know what I'm saying? I've known cats. Most men can't handle no woman bring home no other baby, but I've known cats who didn't raise other people's kids.
A dude.
I know.
That's strong.
That's
strong.
And it
That's real
took.
strong.
It actually, still didn't lead a woman behind that. It took for her to get all the way strung out on drugs for him to dip. So she was acting a plumb fool.
Well,
period.
Let me say this. I'm a definite firm believer that. And remember we had the twins on here, Rashida and what was it? The other twin. I can't think.
Dalila.
I don't know why I always kill her name. I know her for like 20 years. But nevertheless, like we had them on there and I told them, which I found out is like a lot of women's problem, is that you quit too early.
Oh, that's the first thing.
You know, you quit so early in the game, and like, how do you expect? Like I told one chick, I was like, why don't you go sit down and talk to a woman that's been married 50 years if you think you want to be married 50 years? Because it's easy to think you want to be married after you've been knowing somebody for 4 years and y'all want to go how this great woo. But you know, if you talking about for the rest of your life, talk to somebody that's put, you know, a bulk of their life to this thing and find out.
Look at Ray Charles' wife.
That's just like in comedy, with anything that you're doing. If you go into a new job and there's people that's been on that job for 30 years, 20 years before you got there. If you planning on being at this job for 20, 30 years, that's probably the person you should sit next to and kind of get a little fat off of them and try to understand.
No, they want to talk to the other new people that's around.
They want to talk to the other new people and think they about the whatever. And it's like, yo, that's why we have, in our community, we have so many failed relationships because people keep taking advice from failures. you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you're absolutely correct.
Like, how do you let your girl who don't have a tell you anything about you? You know what she gonna tell you? I wouldn't put up with that. And she right. That's why she by herself. Because in order to make any relationship last, you gotta put up with stuff. That's the main reason relationships don't last is because everybody got a whole list of what I ain't gonna put up with. So you know me, I'm always a devil's advocate kind of guy. So as soon as a woman tell me a list of what she ain't gonna put up with, then I say, now tell me the list of stuff you are gonna put up with. Now
What she say?
you quiet. You ain't thought of that.
Yeah.
Because you too busy going through this thing with a whole list of what you ain't. Instead of a list of what you will. If you have a long list of what you will do, a lot of the stuff of what you ain't gonna go through ain't gonna show up on your list.
You
See,
can't
when
count
you
a
got
relationship day by day. This an era. You know what I'm saying? Relationships are built on lifetimes. Lifetime. And I ain't even just talking about romantic, period. Relationships are built on lifetimes. Brothers, sisters, friends, parents, all of this. People that don't get along with their parents because they couldn't deal with adversity.
Absolutely.
It ain't had no, you know what I'm saying? And it's some people you just don't get along with. It's just how it goes.
Some people you just don't get along with, but to be honest with you, a lot of people, a lot of relationships don't work, Marcus, because of one major root problem.
What's that?
Selfishness. The majority of relationships don't work out here because of selfishness.
I agree with that because when I hear, and I usually hear women say this, I've never heard a man say it, but they be like, that's because, but nah. When a woman says her goal is to get married, how you gonna have a goal that require two people by yourself? I don't get that.
You know what that means? She's not interested in what you have.
Not at all.
She only interested in what she's at. Your goal ain't to be like, this is what I ask women who say they want to get married. This is my number one question. As soon as a woman says she want to be married, I'm like, you want to be married? Yeah. What is it that you want to provide as a wife? They stuck. That simple question. What is it that you want to provide as a wife? You know why you want to be married? Because your selfish ass too busy thinking about all of what you supposed to get as a wife. You ain't never thought about. A lot of y'all ass wouldn't be running around here talking about you want to be married if you had to think about everything you had to provide as a wife. You too busy thinking about all you supposed to get as a wife. I want somebody to protect me. I want somebody to do. I want somebody to. I want somebody to. What are you willing to do, give, provide?
I could cook.
I could cook. And then they only want to do that every day. We can take turns. Like when it comes to the man, you want to take turns on anything but man stuff. Damn it, my car, I done called a flat. I changed the last one. I'm on 83rd and Wool. Come over here and change this flat. No, you don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? You want me to stay in the man position and then flip-flop in and out of being a woman. I ain't going. I'm not going. A woman deal with me, I'm dealing with a woman. I'm not dealing with no flip-flopping and this, that. No, I'm not doing it. If I come in at 3:30 in the morning, I'm hungry, I'm going to tap you on that thigh. I'm hungry. Now, you know what a lot of people hearing that will say? Oh, heck no. But you know what happens?
You know what happened? The last
you know what happens when you
that? He woke up the next morning banished from head to toe.
Say that again.
That's the thin line of love to hate. That's
that's
the word lyrics to that song.
I ain't going for no bandages.
Are you hungry?
No.
Next thing,
I ain't going for no bandages. I'm going for leaving you alone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying if I tap you, I done came in 2:30 in the morning, I'm hungry, and I tap you, get up and get me something to eat. Just the same way. You tap me at 2:30 in the morning and you wanted something from the store, I get up and put my clothes on and go to the store.
Right.
Because I don't want you leaving up out of here at no 2, 3 in the morning. Now I'm mad as hell and I'm slamming the door, but I'm going.
Well, Emma Green say, dude told her, get your coat. I got you.
We out of here. Wherever you got to go, whatever you got to do. Like, I don't have a choice in that. My girl called me 2:30 in the morning. She done called a flat or ran out of gas, which is the dumbest thing ever. But ran out of gas. Whatever it is, guess what?
You got to jump on that.
I'm on my way. I don't have a choice.
On the way back home, but you better be there.
So what do I say when she called me and say she called a flat and she right off the damn ride on 87th Street? What do I say? I'm tired. I don't feel like it. Is that an acceptable answer?
No.
Well, then how is it acceptable for you to tell me that I'm hungry at 2:30 in the morning?
I didn't say that.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable either then. So when you start talking about you want to be with somebody for the rest of your life, you got to understand that it requires you to give of your life. Even in times that you don't want to do. A relationship is not all about what I want to do. And that's where we get so, like I'm going to tell you a statement I hate to hear. Whenever I hear somebody say, I shouldn't have to put up with, I know you're an idiot.
Well, there's certain things you shouldn't have to put up with, though.
I feel
Shouldn't
like
have to get putting hands on you.
You know, it depends.
Shouldn't have to put up with that.
You shouldn't have to put up with what?
Getting hands put on you.
Why not?
I ain't, because there's women out here putting hands on cats too now.
I ain't arguing with none of it. All I'm saying is no.
You say when you told me something happened like that, you right?
Yeah, I had a girl put her hands on me before. Yeah, I ran. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not fighting no woman. You know what I mean? Under no circumstances. I'm not hitting no women. I'm not putting my hands on them. I'm not doing none of that. A woman hit me, hey, she better be fast because I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Or
I agree with that.
Or I'm gonna fold her up. You know what I'm saying? Fold her up real good and hold her on her. Hey, cut it out. If I have to put that strength on it, I can't get away.
It's part of a little setup I'm working on. Or you go out, start a fight, and leave her there and let them beat up.
That's always that's always an option. Push her in the crowd and keep running. You know what I mean? So that's always an option. But me personally, no, I'm not hitting no women. It ain't happening. All right. I had a great time. Before I get up out here, I gotta say this one last thing I didn't get to on the show. The game just got sued for $7 million for inappropriately touching a lady. All I can say is, could have gave her $100,000 and had your way. Peace, y'all. Y'all listening to the K Ferg Show on IntellectualRadio.com with the co-host with the most, the one and only Mr. Marcus Shark. We appreciate y'all, Marcus.
Check me out at Angels 14217 Dalton. 14217 Chicago Road, Dalton, Illinois, every Tuesday. Let's go. It's an open mic.
Yo, and you can always check out our skits and the show on Facebook on YouTube, youtube.com/funnyferg, or follow me on Facebook. If you're on there now, you got me. Kendall Ferguson, and Instagram 1KFERG Instagram.
At MShark22.
Peace, y'all. The K Ferg Show. The one on IntellectualRadio.com and our heart radio station. Peace.
IntellectualRadio.com. Feed your brain. Feed me now.